thought I'd take another look at the Eventide Rose. If you've seen my Rose versus the Mogafoga comparison, you'll know I really like the tone of this, but I've seen lots of other reviews now where people are really raving about it. And yes, it's got a distinct character, but is it that different to something like the Eventide H9? I've had the H9 for years now and I've never thought the delay was lacking anything particular, but then I do have the Mogafoga for character delays, and I mainly use the H9 for its more sort of odd effects like its mangle verb. Got this ultra tap, resonator, EQ compressor, space-time sculptor, it's got pitch fuzz, hot saw. So this is really about how the DSP-based H9 delay algorithms compare sonically to the Rose. I mean, they're obviously very different pedals, so I'm not comparing functions. The delays on the H9 are really flexible. You've got modulation and filters on most of them. Modulation, depth, mod, speed, and filter. Let's go to another one. Let's go to tape echo, wow, flutter, and filter. Choose another. Band delays, mod depth, mod speed, filter type. You've got low pass, band pass, and high pass in there. These are all stereo, and the pedal comes with the app, so you can save as many presets as you want. As I say, it's DSP based, whereas the Rose is mainly analog with a digital sampler that plays, repeats back by varying the clock speed, which creates a very, very different sound than you get on the DSP based algorithms. And obviously there are loads of other reverb, chorus and pitch algorithms in this, from the space, pitch factor and mod factor pedals, plus all those distortions and sound mangling things. But unlike the Rose, this isn't very hands-on unless you're using a MIDI controller. I'm using the Axis Virus TI synth as a controller here, which is great because you can twist more than one knob at a time, so it feels much more like using a Timefactor pedal. And they're the sort of things you can't do if you're using a mouse. So suppose it's really looking at the Rose versus the Timefactor and the H9 sounds. Got digital delay, vintage delay, tape echo, mod delay, duck delay, band delay, filter pong, multi-tap, reverse and looper. But here I'm going to compare against the vintage delay, the tape delay and the mod delay, as they're closest to the Rose really. And I'm using just one delay line, so delay mixes all to the A's, so it's in mono, so it's closer to the Rose, and I've matched them all as best I can. And what you'll notice is that simply listening to the sound of the delays and how the analog filter and feedback circuits interact with each other, you'll hear a real distinct difference in the tones. So let's dive straight in. In conclusion, I think the Rose has got bags and bags of character, and the H9 simply can't match that filter. I've never thought of the H9 filters to be lacking. Of course, they're DSP based, but they just haven't got the same depth as the analog filter on the H9. Maybe they're just not modelled on that sort of filter. You may have high pass, band pass and low pass options, but I really think the Rose surpasses the H9 on this front. It's just got a distinct character that you can't get from the H9. So you're after that tone, the Rose is the only way to go. And maybe that's why everyone's raving about it. So I hope that was of some use to somebody somewhere. See you next time.